Hey beautiful souls, and happy November to you. As always, I like to kick off the month by channeling a message directly from the Masters to give us an idea of what to expect for the month ahead. And of course, we've been building to November for quite some time. I've been receiving lots of information building up to this. We've of course got on November 12th with Tim Wilder running our workshop Collapsing the Third Dimension, where we are going to be working together to break down the field of energy that has been supporting the 3D paradigm for the last 10,000 years. This is going to bring a massive shift for our planet. And that's not just the only thing that's happening this month. I'm aware of, this is kind of the area that my attention's been focused to, but I'm aware that in the collective there's lots of other things happening as well. And all of these messages are talking about, I believe one of them, they said the other day, it's the end of the beginning and the beginning of the end. And, that's very much about the end of the old chapter that we've been working through all of this time, the end of the old ways of being and the beginning of a new chapter, a new, more positive start as we start to move forward and create the world now. We've spent so long breaking down the old one. It's time to start creating the new one. And Melchizedek has stepped forward today with a message which just echoes this incredible time that we're in right now. Let's see what you had to say, shall we? Beloved souls, the dawn of a new era is upon us. As with all beginnings, it is just that, a beginning. And so it shall take time to come into fruition, but as also with all new beginnings, it is to be celebrated. A long time this moment has been coming, and it has taken tremendous effort on earth and in heaven to come this far. The tireless dedication shown by you and all those involved is to be commended at the highest level. You have performed your role admirably, and it has brought us to the shores of infinite possibilities. But remember, this is just the beginning. A new chapter of work lies ahead of us. To forge a new paradigm out of the ashes of the old, that shall hold true to the tenets of peace, love, and unity. One that shall operate for all, by all. Hard work this will be, but rewarding it shall be also. To see the manifestation of that long-held vision, as each victory rolls into the next, shall bring satisfaction abound as your hard-working souls step into their roles that you have so long prepared for. Bountiful opportunities lie ahead, offering soul fulfillment at every level. Recognize your path. Align yourself with it. In perfect balance between heaven and earth, and you shall become universal flow. Allow the currents of an infinite stream to carry you through the ocean of possibilities to find that great bounty that awaits. Yours in great anticipation, Melchizedek. Thank you, Melchizedek, for that beautiful message. Really, really interesting times that we live in. He's saying the dawn of a new era is upon us. And, this is the culmination of everything we have worked towards since December 21st, 2012, when the ascension process began. And since then, we have been working so hard to clear, to break down our shadows individually and as a planet. And we have come so unbelievably far. Of course, we went through the massive energetic shifts at the solstice and the Lion's Gate earlier this year, which has brought about a mass awakening of the people. And we are at a point now where the choice is already being presented to all the people of the world that they wish to live in. And we're seeing this manifest in the world around us, where we literally have a choice. in the type of world we want to live in, the type of people that we want to be. And this is the pivotal moment that's going to be a turning point. That once we've made that decision, once we unified on wanting a better and brighter future, that we can then start to move forward and start to build. And as Melchizedek says, as with all beginnings, it is just that, a beginning. And so it shall take time to come into fruition. But as also with all new beginnings, it is to be celebrated. We're not going to change the world overnight to this beautiful utopian sixth dimensional world. But this is where the process starts. We've come out of that old chapter of the breaking down, and it's time to start rebuilding. And as he says, a long time this moment has been coming. And it's taken tremendous effort on earth and in heaven to come this far. The tireless dedication shown by you and all those involved is to be commended at the highest level. You have worked so hard since this process began, even if you're just doing your own personal thing, and many people often don't feel like they're doing that much. But by going through the process, by clearing your shadows, by raising your frequency, and then in turn raising the frequency of the world around you, you are doing immeasurable work, and you have contributed to the overall ascension of this planet without a doubt. And this is to be commended, as he says. And we'll round back on that in a bit. He says you have performed your role admirably, and it has brought us to the shores of infinite possibilities. And so it is, because this world, this new world we're working to create, isn't completely laid out for us, that it's going to be this exact thing. It's up to us to create this world within our vision. And that's why holding this vision of what it is that we want to be, who we want to be as a society, and where we want to go is of such importance at the moment, both individually and collectively. And that's why making these choices are so important, because that helps confirm that vision in our mind. We don't necessarily ever have a vision of anything until we've made a decision about what it is that we want, and from there we can start to build it. It really is infinite possibilities as to how we do that. But he says, a new chapter of work lies ahead of us. The ascension process was forecast to last until 2032. So we're only just halfway over that. Granted, a lot of the information that I've heard people share is that we are ahead of that, and I'm hopeful that is true, but we still have a road ahead of us. He says to forge a new paradigm out of the ashes of the old, that shall hold true to the tenets of peace, love, and unity. This is it. This is to create a world where everybody is equal. Nobody above anybody else. It doesn't matter what position you're in. It doesn't matter what you're doing. We are all equal, and everything deserves to be shared equally. Everybody has the same rights. Everybody has access to the same stuff, so that everybody can have a good life. We can all be happy. We can all come together, and we can all be prosperous. He says, one that shall operate for all, by all. Because everybody will be holding that collective image for the highest good of all. This is why the Alter Major Chakra is so important, because of the fifth dimensional unity conscious, in fact sixth dimensional unity conscious now that we are building between us, where we are all connected and all working together for the highest good of all. He says, hard work this will be, but rewarding it shall be also. To see the manifestation of that long-held vision as each victory rolls into the next shall bring satisfaction abound, as your hard-working souls step into the roles you have so long prepared for. This is the thing, we still have work to do, but we're actually going to be able to start to see the positive change from it. And that is going to be really, really exciting. It's going to be hard work that we can get behind, that we want to do. we've come past that horrible clearing phase. I'm not saying it's completely done. I'm not saying we're not still going to have stuff to do, but we are at least going to start to see some positivity flowing out of the back of this. He says, and stepping into those roles you have so long prepared for, because the whole reason why we've been clearing so hard is to step into that highest version of ourselves, to get prepared on our mission so that we can start doing that work. And that is the work that starts in this new age. Yes, we've been doing tremendous work up until this point, but each of us have a master mission, we'll call it. We've all had missions in lives, and many of us have already, are already doing those things or have fulfilled those things. But we also have had a master mission reserved for this part of this lifetime. It doesn't matter how old we are, because this was always part of the plan before we incarnated. We always knew we were going to be going through this process, and the events of our lives are leading us to this point where we can fulfill that role, no matter how big, no matter how small. It is of equal importance. He says that bountiful opportunities lie ahead, offering soul fulfillment at every level. Just being on that path and doing what it is we're meant to be doing is something that brings tremendous satisfaction and fulfillment. Many souls feel lost throughout their lifetimes because they're looking for something, and that's because they all subconsciously know that they have a mission here. And until we get onto that path, until we're doing what it is we're meant to do, we're never truly satisfied. Doesn't mean we can't be happy and stuff like that, but that true satisfaction and fulfillment only comes when we are right where we're meant to be, on our path and doing our thing. And that's what awaits for a lot of us. As I said, some of us have already gone through one mission and things like that, and you may well have already felt that fulfillment through that, but there will be more to come as we step into these master roles. He says, recognize your path, align yourself with it in perfect balance between heaven and earth, and you shall become universal flow. This is his advice to you, to recognize what it is that you are meant to do in this lifetime. If you're not sure, ask for guidance, ask for clues to be laid before you to help you figure it out. It's something that Tim Wilde and I did as part of the Soul Reclamation Pathway, which we've actually got for sale on my website at the moment if you fancy checking it out. I've got a recording of that, and that was one aspect of it, was to discover who we are and what it is that we're meant to do in this lifetime. He says, align yourself with this path, prepare yourself physically and energetically to step into it, in perfect balance between heaven and earth, so that we are connected to this highest version of ourselves, but grounded within the physical, and we're looking after our body so that we can operate at the highest level. And you shall become universal flow, he says. When you are who you are meant to be and you are doing what you're meant to do, everything falls into flow. He ends it, allow the currents of an infinite stream to carry you through the ocean of possibilities to find that great bounty that awaits. Just go with the flow, get into that universal flow and go with it, and allow anything to come up. And as he says, we are in this sea of infinite possibilities. Expect miracles, I've heard him say before. Welcome new and exciting possibilities and opportunities into your life. And find that great bounty that awaits, the thing that's going to offer you that maximum satisfaction. And I also think, he said at the beginning that we are to be commended at the highest level. And I do feel like that's partly what he's referring to with the ocean of possibilities, is, we're going to be shown gratitude for the work that we've done, is my feeling. I can't say how, I can't say when, but at some point I do believe, that will be recognised. It's already recognised, but you know what I mean. Find that great bounty that awaits. Yours in great anticipation, Melchizedek. Exciting times lie ahead of us. I cannot wait to see what unfolds as we move through this month. That doesn't necessarily mean that this month's going to be an easy one. It may still be a challenging month. There is lots that we have to face and lots that we have to do. But remember, no matter what happens, everything that happens right now is happening for a reason, and it's all part of the process. Lord Lanto said in my recent message that we are victorious. We have already defeated the shadows. I think he said we pushed back the shadows. They can no longer withstand your unified light. We are exactly where we're meant to be, and everything that's unfolding is as it is meant to be. Trust in that and just go with the process, whatever happens this month, and know that it is the beginning of something much, much brighter. Thank you so much for watching today. I really do hope you've enjoyed this. If you have, please do like and subscribe. I share channel messages, meditations and stuff like that all the time. So just a quick note, I mentioned it briefly with our other workshop a minute ago, but we've decided to run a massive sale on our website for the next week or so, ending on midnight on November 4th, where all of our past workshop recordings are 33% off, and all of our products, our artworks, cushions, bags, mugs, the works are all at 22% off, and there's discounts are automatically applied in the basket. If you want to check out my website at david-essery.com. Thank you again so much for watching, and I'll see you guys again very, very soon. Sending you lots of love. Bye bye.